Hello, I am so excited to have you here. We are presenting today the Infostealers.info product, and I am thrilled to be showing you this brand new product. It is the first of its kind. It's very disruptive, and you'll see why soon. Infostealers are a type of malware that infects devices and steals data from the device. The type of data they steal is very sensitive. It's browser data, cookies, it's saved passwords. It's primarily giving somebody a view of your digital footprint and giving them the keys to your castle, essentially. However, this data eventually gets into the public domain via leaks, Telegram channels, breach forum posts, all sorts of places. That's where we come in. We aggregate that leaked and publicly accessible data, and we turn that into actionable intelligence. Specifically, this product, actionable intelligence for the open source intelligence community, focused on the browser data, the saved passwords, and the sites where someone has saved passwords to, because that can be very valuable when investigating cybercrime, digital footprints. Really anything could potentially find a use case for this because it's global. We have logs from all over the world, from every country. And additionally, we also have data that is very comprehensive. Unlike normal breaches, we are only going to get one account. We're getting all of the accounts tied to a device and potentially tied to a person or a business, which is extremely valuable in the intelligence world. I mean, for a lot of use cases too. For example, let's say you're doing an asset search and you're trying to find somebody's financial accounts. Normally, during the discovery phase, you'd have to subpoena just kind of blindly all the different places that you think they could have an account at. However, with this, if you knew the person's identity, let's say you had an email address and we're searching through the email address option, and you'll see, different kinds of logs here, ULP and Stealer logs. ULP is just username, login, password, and it's very simplistic. It could be from different locations. Stealer logs are the full data. That's the real deal. And if we click on investigate here, we're actually going to get prompted to basically get all the data from that device, which means we're pulling the full data from the log, not just that one result for the email. So if we click on this, it'll give us a little bit of information about the computer, about the device. In this case, it's in Pakistan. This is the IP address. And then it's identified by this comp ID as well. Primarily what we care about is these two columns right here. If this is an asset search, it tells me a lot about them. For one, it tells me they have an account on Upwork, they have an account on Stripe. Obviously this person, they have a PayPal. But if they have like a financial institution, they would have saved their password most likely to that financial institution. And you're going to see that in here, which allows you to identify in an asset search example, very helpful information for you. It also expands your investigation's attack surface. You're getting additional email addresses, you're getting phone numbers, you're going to get definitely other usernames. So there's a lot of valuable information. With this information, you can then go and run additional searches, whether it's through tools like OSINT Industries or trying to get additional data by signing up for the full product that we have. Because again, this is just a sneak peek, really. It is affordable for a reason, because the full product, the data you'd get from this search is remarkable. You'd also get all the cookies, and you can even do a raw data request to get the full dump, which could include autofill data, crypto wallets, a screenshot of their desktop, device information, installed software list, all sorts of valuable information. So that's just one example of how you can use this tool to support your investigations. Beyond the personal level, there's also the business level. So let's say I'm looking for Google.com. On our main platform, we actually use heuristics to determine what results come from staff and what results come from users. It's going to find results related to Google.com, of course, but that means it's going to catch all of Google's users as well, which is maybe not what we're looking for. Maybe we're just focused on competitive intelligence on Google, and so we only want to find logs from employees. Well, that's where our main platform can help. It can differentiate between employees and users to make this easier. You could export all of this data, and then you could try to look in the login column and see if anything shows up that has @google.com, because that would identify potential staff members. And then you could look up their email address in the email address option, and you kind of get the idea. And then, of course, you have username searches and phone number searches too, so you have a few options for different searches you can do. The only difference between a domain search and the other three is it costs 5 credits, where the other 3 cost 1. And that investigate feature that I showed you earlier costs 3 credits. And if you're wondering what does a credit cost, it's pretty much $1. Depending on the package you buy, it might be slightly less or slightly more, but suffice it to say it's about $1 per credit. So very affordable. And then if you wanted to get some free credits, you could also refer someone, which of course is great if you know people who would find this tool just as useful as you do. And that's it. That is the entire tool. It's very simple, but very affordable, and it gives the investigations community, the OSINT community, and just these spaces access to this data for the first time at this level. Before this product launched, really the only way you can access this data at this price is to do it yourself. And realistically, that's not possible for most people. So this is a great option if you're a private investigator, if you're a researcher, a journalist, anybody who just doesn't have the time to set this up themselves, but still find it very useful. Thank you so much for watching, and go check it out. Give it a shot. I mean, the cheapest plan is $50. It's not a $10,000 a year contract. It's a good opportunity to see if this data would be useful for you.